can rise from ash. Jade, lavender, and scarlet phoenix power. Together we will rise. They tried to burn us, we glowed like a flower. They didn't know we had a phoenix's power. Phoenix power.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jade Phoenix, and I am back. We are here. We are queer. We don't give a fuck about it. And, of course, I am joined by my amazing co-host because, yeah, the Feinics Gate has officially decided to announce our new and permanent co-host, Crimson. Yay!
Hello.
Hi. So, Crimson, formerly known as Noose, which we will still refer to as such, has decided to join the podcast as our third voice permanently, since our wonderful and beautiful Scarlet has still extended her hiatus from the gate. And as much as we love her very much, we cannot wait for her to come back. So we are filling in the Scarlet gap with a Crimson man, and we're taking it. How do you feel about becoming a permanent member of the Feinics Gate, Crimson?
Feels great.
Yeah?
Yay!
Yeah, you like.
Me like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you should follow us on the socials because there's a very, very sneaky photo of Crimson.
There's a very sneaky photo of Crimson.
And it's my new favorite photo of Crimson. Very, very, very sneaky.
Yeah,
The sneakiest of sneaks.
it is. It is. But Noose is learning the ropes. You've been on with us for at least several episodes at this point.
Yeah.
You've been on with us for several episodes. And I think that you will be a wonderful addition because you offer us the opposite perspective on a lot of things, not just because you are a male-presenting human being. So thanks for that.
It gives a good balance.
It's
Yeah,
all
there you
about
go.
it is. It is all about the balance.
Yeah.
Especially with the gate. The gate needs to have that balancing act of just enough, but not too much.
Exactly. Just like that middleman of like, I feel with all your chaos, but also let's all like see all the other opposite ends and spectrums of the chaos.
Yeah. And when our Scarlet, if our Scarlet ever does decide to, you know, hey, I want my spot back, it's hers.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we'll just be a foursome instead of a threesome.
Yay!
Kinky.
What is it? No, that's 3. A menage a trois.
Is it a menage a trois?
Yeah, is it a menage a trois then? Because a menage a trois is 3. It's going to be a menage a trois.
A menage a trois. Qua! Qua!
My favorite ongoing Seinfeld joke is the menage a trois.
I'm at half-mast. I need to hear
I love you, Larry David.
You really, she really does. Lavender really, really does. And obviously, yes, we are here with Lavender. Lavender is here.
it all started.
Lavender's
when I was
here.
As always, it always starts when I was born, and unfortunately, you'll be stuck with me and suffer for the rest of your lives.
Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
I mean, where have you been?
I know. Where have I been? I mean, we've just had a lot of stuff going on. We had a great fall. We had a lot of activities.
It's still fall.
It's still fall. It just feels like winter outside.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Oh my God. Like, we were literally all like, you know, like, Feinics Gate brief meeting,
Kill me.
went to go get dinner,
Kill me.
and it was literally wind whipping outside, and I wanted to cry. Everything's fine, though.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I will say this, though. They did say this is going to be, I don't know if it's record-breaking, but it's definitely going to be one of the harshest winters we're going to have.
It is probably going to be record-breaking simply because it's going to be the harshest, one of the harshest winters we've experienced in known
Oh, yeah.
easily the last 5-10 years, yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, guys.
Global warming is not a hoax.
Always here to help out.
Global warming
Yeah.
is not a hoax, people.
So if you guys see me sitting in like a little black revolving chair going, it's a possibility.
Oh, God.
You are all fucked.
What?
Please, Crocs, let me get those Twilight Crocs. Please and thanks. It might be the one thing that'll cure my seasonal depression. Sort of. Kind of.
You done goof.
You would be a very good addition to possibly helping.
That's a better thing, I think.
I
I think that's a better way of a better description.
Yeah, Crocs doesn't want to be in charge if I, like, you know, totally lose my shit.
Hey, Crocs, sponsor us. We're pretty cool.
Please send me some Twilight Crocs.
Our Nando Squatch, because Diginan is now evolved. Our Diginan, who is not a Digimon, but might as well could be, is now evolved himself into the Nando Squatch.
We love the Nando Squatch.
The Nando Squatch is an elusive creature that is only found maybe if you're hunting for him. And some people, as was just evidenced the other day at an event, we went to the big event EXS in Suffolk County. Been going to that. We go to that event. It happens twice a year. We've gone to it every single time. And there was a man that came up to our Diginan and basically is the reason why he evolves. Like he was the Diginan's
Requirement.
He was the level up. He is
the secret candy.
Yeah, he was definitely also, I would say that he would be, would it be a leaf stone? Since
No.
he lives in the forest?
No, arguably, I would call him a Digimon for sure.
Yeah.
Because Digimon would be the only reason why I go from something Digi to then something Sasquatch.
Okay, that's fair.
Fine.
That's fair.
The most out of
Out of pocket.
evolution. It's just like, this makes no fucking sense.
It really doesn't.
What did he say?
So, Diginan is now Nando Squatch.
Yeah.
And Nando Squatch is the elusive creature that you have heard about, and you only find if you go hunting, and even then, probably not.
Even then, you might just see a glimpse of like an arm
Yeah.
or like half a face in
From the side of
distance.
your
From the
like,
side of your
your
eye.
peripheral.
It's a
You're
peripheral.
just like, wait, did I just see that?
It's a periphery, or God's forbid, you do happen to catch the Nando Squatch in person. Just approach cautiously.
The Nando Squatch will. The Nando Squatch can and will be dangerous. If you give him reason to be, he will be.
Yeah.
She wasn't
Usually
ready.
pretty
She
chill.
wasn't
They're a pretty chill
ready.
creature. They're a pretty chill creature. I mean, it's his mate that's the problem.
Yeah, I've heard a whole lot of things.
Oh my God!
God.
The mate of the Nando Squatch is a fucking bitch.
You heard that too?
I did.
Whoa.
I did. Crimson, have you heard that?
I plead
Answer
the fifth.
carefully.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, no.
I plead the fifth.
I mean, come on, man.
So as y'all can tell, there have been a lot of exciting things that have happened within the last week.
Yeah, a little bit. But on top of all of these amazing and exciting changes that are heralding the culmination of 2025 for us, because we got a lot of stuff going on and we're still not done.
No.
So let's talk about where we've been, I guess, the last week.
Yeah.
Because we hit up several events over the last week. Lavender, what have you been doing this week? Let's play catch up.
This week?
Let's play catch up before we dive into the meat and potatoes of our topic.
This week, I made it to season 5 of Nurse Jackie.
I
That
love
was a
this.
very, very exciting thing for me. My dad didn't eat my boyfriend, so that was great.
Was he going to?
Who knows? But they all seemed to really like him, and my dad was very excited he could talk to him about his hardware projects. So, everything worked out well there.
Emotional, damn it.
I've been really good about the gym, y'all.
Yes, you have.
I've been very, very good about it.
Even though
and
it's cold.
Even though it's cold, that was my big exciting news of the week. I'm making myself continue to do the activities that I started in the spring because the big intention was, as I was joking around with Crocs, I'm sorry, Crocs, I didn't mean to put that pressure on you. I get really bad seasonal depression. And people know this. Like, I don't like leaving the house. I get really, insular.
Yeah.
So making myself start these activities and getting attached to these activities was kind of a way to, mentally train my brain that I need to, go out, live my life. Just because it's cold outside does not mean the whole world ends. So
Kind of does, though.
I know it does. So I will say it's really helped. It's been good. I'm halfway to my reading goal. I don't think I'll make it, but that's okay. It
You
just
never know.
means,
Never say never. You still
It's
have
true.
another month.
It
No,
just
for-
means
That loud sound in the background was the podcast
Yeah.
kitty,
Whoa.
Rocky Meowboa, who has found a box.
Yes, very exciting.
The orange boy has found a box.
But yeah, so, hopefully I'll be able to make to my goal next year. I'm hoping. I've made my goal of over 25 kickboxing classes.
Hey.
I'm going to actually, by the end of this year, if everything goes well, I'm going to be at almost 40 plus.
Good. That's great.
And other than that, I went to the Alamo Draft House for the first time,
Yes.
which was very exciting.
Highly recommend. That is located in Brooklyn.
Yes, that's the one I went to.
I went with our favorite person, Lux, to go see Nosferatu, where Lavender, completing the circle of gothic amazingness that also happens to be starring the same actress,
Yes, Mia Goth.
Mia Goth.
Oh, wait. It's not Mia Goth that's in that one. It's Lily Rose Depp in Nosferatu.
They're the same people. It's the same fucking actress. You can't tell me anything different. Fuck off. But that brings us to what I want to talk about.
Yeah, full circle moment for
It's
the
a full
goths.
circle moment for the three goths that are sitting in a room staring at each other using colored names to talk about topics that you probably care or you don't. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, why are you not listening to us? We're pretty funny.
I think I'm hilarious. I mean, I had
Are you funny?
Crimson falling over at dinner today.
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
I had you falling
He's
over at dinner
fucking
today.
Oh,
Associating?
it really just depends. My sense of humor, it's
Twisted.
I won't deny that.
Perverse.
That also I won't deny.
I love it. I love it. No, I think that do we want to do a full circle moment with Crimson News? Do we want to do that? Do you want to tell us what you've been up to, buddy? Before we get into the meat and potatoes?
hibernate.
Hibernate.
I've been hibernating.
No, you have not.
Don't lie.
In terms of like staying indoors majority of the time, heck yeah, this is cold as hell outside.
Both of you are so weird.
But
It
it's
hurts.
cold. Thank you. Thank you.
It hurts to be outside.
I believe I'm a lizard.
God damn!
Exactly.
Like I'm cold blooded, and then my whole little body freezes like an ice cube.
I feel like an iguana.
Are you more like a toad? Don't toads hibernate?
They just don't stay in cold climates.
They don't migrate.
They don't migrate. Exactly. They don't stay in cold climates.
They bury themselves and wake up in the spring.
Do they really?
Depends.
Well, you're
That
the
depends.
amphibian expert. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It
don't know
depends
enough.
on what species we're talking about. I would agree if it was toads,
I just said toad.
but there's more amphibians than just toads.
I know. I'm fully. Oh my god. I'm
You know
fully
what?
aware of this.
I know, but
Crimson's
you're
gonna
making
get
it.
kicked off the podcast before he's even fully introduced.
I'm sorry for correcting people. I'm sorry. Oh, oh.
Did you just assume I was wrong?
Rule number 1 of being in the
Possibly.
Phoenix Gate.
No, that is not a
wrong.
rule. Don't
Yes, it
lie.
is.
Don't lie.
Yes, it is.
Stop it. I am not. This is not a dictatorship. Holy shit. Holy shit. People are going to start speculating that's why Scarlett left because I'm a fucking filthy dictator that does not allow criticism. How dare you?
I feel like our
Listen, I
listeners know this is a joke.
You
I
guys are
know
mean to me.
my pets, especially when I have them. I do a
Guys
lot
are
of
mean
research.
to me.
You had a toad?
I've actually held a toad when I was actually in Portugal this year.
That's true. I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Why didn't you
I picked
keep
that little
it?
sucker up from the ground. I was just like, hey, what's up?
How you doing, friend?
Picked it up, and the thing is, you gotta be careful with them though, because typically they actually release toxins normally. That's
Do
through
they
their
bite? Do
skin.
they have teeth?
No, not these ones.
Oh.
Bullfrogs, yes,
Bullfrogs have teeth.
yeah, they have teeth. They have little teeth that they
Tom,
actually,
tom, tom, tom.
that's actually used specifically so their food doesn't escape, and they just gobble it up. They don't chew; they just gobble it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
You're a monster!
But I guess just to get back on that question, yes, I haven't really been doing a whole lot because I'm just like, it's cold. I just want to stay inside.
Cold.
Noose is also very modest. Noose is literally my wheelman these
Yeah, he
days.
is.
Like 9 times out of 10, if I am at a convention, if Lavender and I are at conventions, if we go to especially when we are at the markets and the
Yeah.
other things, Crimson has been with us like for the entire year. mostly.
Just about, yeah.
Just
So
about.
do not sell yourself short.
Yeah, like you've literally been.
Oh, I'm talking about just that in my downtime.
Oh, in your downtime.
Like on my me time, like when we're not doing markets or we're not doing events, like my me time, like when I have like either 1 or 2 weeks where we're not doing it, I'm like, I'm gonna stay home.
Stay home.
I'm just that type of dude. I'm just
Okay, like
eh.
that though. I was
Homebody.
so excited to just sleep.
Nothing
yesterday.
wrong with that though.
Mighty need. I am exhausted and I need sleep, but there's no such thing as sleep for Jade.
No, never.
Ever. Oh my God.
For me, there's naps.
Yeah, you get them.
Naps. But that's because a lot of my stuff I've automated.
I mean, valid.
That's true.
So
That is actually very, very, very true. I've been to Noose's apartment. 9 times out of 10, everything just runs on its own.
That's amazing.
My spinach puffs.
I just need like someone to clean my apartment, like automate that process.
that's the only thing.
That's the only thing.
Correction. Automate deep clean.
Yes, exactly. A Roomba will not do it.
A regular clean would, it gets the majority. But like the corners, like the really deep corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
That's what we need. That's what you need to invent, Crimson.
Yeah.
This is what the Feinics Gate will do for you. We will support your endeavors to make cleaning apartments
Yeah.
just a thing of the past.
I mean, maybe since you'll be stuck at home being hibernation, that's what you can accomplish for the winter.
Listen,
yay!
you know what we should automate? Laundry folding.
Yes. And
I
putting
don't
that fucking
care.
laundry back in
Listen,
the drawer.
Listen,
Oh my
I
God.
don't mind grabbing a vacuum every now and again, but folding clothes is the bane of my existence.
It's actually
Our
true.
fucking enemy.
That's actually true. Hates them.
I don't blame you, man. I hate doing it too because I have this itty bitty drawer because nothing else fits in my apartment, and it's a game of Jenga
Yeah.
every time I'm trying to, especially this time of year when all the
Sweater weather.
the sweaters are out and about. It's literally like I have to leave them in my closet for like 4 days to try to play God and try to find a way to like squish everything into like little like rolled up spaces because
Cinnamon rolls made of sweaters.
exactly, literally cinnamon rolls made of sweaters. That is entirely what my dresser looks like right now.
Pull the lever, crunk.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can do full circle. So, like, that's pretty cool. Letting people know what everybody's been up to.
I know, I think.
Lavenders, Noose, aka Crimson, and then me. I was at the big event. I was just talking about that. I was at the big event. We have some interviews coming up from that.
Fuck
We,
yeah.
saw some people we didn't like, saw lots of people we did. Got to hang out with the real life Peter Griffin again.
We love Rob.
We love Rob.
Rob is an absolute sweetheart gem from heaven.
Yes,
I love him.
Agreed. That is my tall, swole cinnamon roll man, and I will hear no hatred against that man. And I love him dearly, and my Mandy love so much. But so we did that, and then what did I do the week before? My brain is having a moment.
The week before.
Oh,
this
Rhode
last
Island
week?
Comic Con.
Yes.
That's
I
right.
was
You're
just
at
gonna
Rhode
say,
Island.
yeah.
I was in Rhode Island for Rhode Island Comic Con, and that was that was a lot. I didn't even go for the full fucking weekend. I only went for Saturday and Sunday, where normally I
right.
would go for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't this year because there was a lot. Listen, Rhode Island Comic Con is great, but it is not like New York Comic Con where you have tons of artists and vendors and
Yeah.
everything that you must see. Rhode Island Comic Con, the biggest and not the only, but the biggest is the amount of stars.
Yeah, the guests.
The guests that Rhode Island gets. It's not so much about the vendors, which if I'm invited to be a vendor next year, I am going to fucking take that because
Fuck yeah.
the gate
Yeah.
goes everywhere. Fuck this.
Yeah.
But it is not so much about the vendors as it is about the star power that they get. This year alone, I mean, because the few years that we've all gone together, I want to say, are the most pictures I have on my walls right now. I would say, like, did you go with us last year?
No, remember we didn't go last year.
I don't think we could.
We couldn't because of all the timing and everything.
Right.
Because we were originally going to go, don't worry, Peter Fasinelli, Kellen Lutz, and Ashley Green and Jackson Rathbone. I will meet you eventually.
It's happening.
But it was because we were going to go for that originally, and we were all going to go as a Twilight group.
Yeah.
And then just with the timing and everything and real life things that came up.
Right.
We just
because-
couldn't do it.
No, we couldn't.
We just couldn't swing it, and that's
couldn't swing
okay.
it.
Can't do everything, right?
Yeah, but you have, and the year before we went with Scarlett and Cam and, got to meet like a ton of people. But this year alone at Rhode Island Comic Con, I got to meet half of the cast of A League of Their Own.
Fuck yeah.
So it was
Gina Davis.
Gina
I
Davis.
fucking love her.
Gina Davis.
America's sweetheart.
Oh my God. Why my brain is doing the dumb right now. Help me. Who is that? Lori Petty. Thank you.
Lori Petty. I should know their names, but admittedly,
But
I was like, but where's Rosie O'Donnell?
In Ireland and refuses to come back to the States.
I mean,
and I don't blame her.
valid, Rosie.
And then I also got to meet Amy from Chasing Amy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. People tell me I look like her a lot.
A little bit. I can see it.
A bunch of this one bartender over in Forest Hills used to say it to me all the time. You'd be like, you look just like the girl from Chasing Amy.
You do, but I mean, I see Tony Storm more than I do.
Yes, which, y'all, the Tony Storm cosplay is going to happen.
I got to meet Rainn Wilson. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I gave him a duck.
I'm such an office freak.
Me
so
too.
That's awesome.
And literally, he gave me the biggest hug. Oh,
I've
Michael.
heard he's like the nicest guy.
Michael.
nicest man.
Michael?
Nicest man. We got to meet Salil Moon Fry from Punky Brewster
Oh.
and her friend Cherry.
Okay.
So
Nice.
we got to meet them. That was pretty cool. And I did not know that Punky Brewster was actually like a huge fan of ducks. Like she cried when I handed her the duck because she's like, "Did you know that I'm obsessed with ducks?" I was like, "No." And she's like, "Wait, so this is just?" I'm like, "This is just what I
Sheer
I-
coincidence.
No, I was like, this is actually kind of what I'm known for. Everybody who works here, you can ask them, knows I duck people." And she's like, she's tiny in real life.
I actually really liked the Punky Brewster reboot they did with her. I thought it was fantastic with like an older Punky. I actually really liked it, and I feel like it didn't get its chance to shine.
Yeah. We also
Yeah.
met John Cryer.
Awesome. Awesome.
He was the nicest man in the
Pretty in
fucking
Pink
world.
is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Ducky.
Yes.
Ducky is my boy.
Yeah.
And I loved him in 2.5 Men. Like,
He's-
he was the shining part of it for me. I thought he was
Agreed.
hilarious in that show.
Agreed. I said to him, I was like, it's your fault. And he was like, why? I'm like, my fashion sense is your fault. And that's actually true. That is an actual factoid. My mom actually showed me Pretty in Pink when I was like about 4 or 5 years old. Because, the movie actually came out before I was born.
Yeah.
Or it came out at the same time. I don't know. But my mother showed it to me when I was young, and I looked at the way they dressed, especially the way Ducky dressed, and I was like, I want to dress like that, Mom. And she's like, what? I'm like, I want to look like that. And honest to God, I've been trying to keep my fashion sense off the wall, off the beaten path ever since. And then I told him that, and he was like, are you serious? I go, yeah, you're literally the first thing I can remember saying I want to look like when I was a little kid, besides Rainbow Bright. And he started laughing, and I was just like, yes.
I really have heard he's such a sweetheart.
He's a very nice man.
so
took
that
the time to
brings
talk
me so
to
much
everybody.
joy to hear.
Took the time to talk to everybody, gave hugs, shook hands, actually wanted to be in the, not how some celebrities "Nyeh," from behind the desk or whatever
Yeah.
with the photos.
Yeah.
He actually wanted to be no, come here. And I was like, ah. It was great.
I think that's awesome. And I honestly love when guests, you can tell who really loves
Their
being at these
fans.
things. Because a lot of it, sometimes they just don't do it because they have a filming thing that's coming up
Yeah.
or they're worried about getting sick. But it just really brings me a lot of joy when you see someone who doesn't typically go to cons, as far as I know, like a John Cryer.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Exactly. So then you see, then you see how excited he actually is to be there.
Yeah.
And how engaged he is to be there.
Yeah.
And I think it says a lot about how he really loves what he does. And it always like, it brings me a smile whenever I hear those types of stories.
It does.
I feel like though too. This is also something I could apply to that too a little bit. Is people who do go to cons constantly, it drains.
Oh,
for real.
Sure,
So
I'm sure.
you gotta kind of give some slack. in
We
that
go to
sense.
cons constantly. We're
I
fucking
know,
drained.
but you can imagine how they are. Like maybe even during weekdays too. Like
No, they do.
yeah. So like that's why like first time meeting somebody, I'm just like they got like a little bit of a attitude or whatever. I'm like all right, I give you this one time. I give you slack.
I give you this one time.
But if you're
One.
a dick the next time I
The
meet
next
you,
time
then
I
you're
meet
just
you,
a dick.
then I'm just like, all right, I don't fuck with you at all. That's
I
it.
don't fuck with you.
Like, thank you for the signature,
right?
but I don't
called a
fuck with you
hustle.
again.
Thankfully,
sweetheart.
I've never had that experience with any celebrity guest. Like, I've been lucky enough that any celebrity guest I've met has been incredibly kind.
I've had that experience.
When it came to Lex Lang for
Yes.
both, it was Anime NYC
Yeah.
and both Comic Con.
Yeah.
I saw him both times. Second time when I saw him in New York Comic Con, he was like, "Hey, it's you again." I was like, "Hey, what's up?" So it was
love
really
that.
nice, like talking to him and everything. It was just, and we were chatting for a little bit and stuff. So like, yeah, like having that experience, like I totally get that.
Yeah.
It's great that they still.
I've had some
Get to
shitty
talk.
interactions.
Yeah.
I've talked about them.
I've had. There's one specific one for me.
Who?
Kaiba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty shitty.
That's why I was just like, man.
Maybe
like,
you're just having a bad day.
Yeah, that's why I gave him slack. I was just like, maybe you're just having a really crummy day,
Or you're overstimmied. Happens to
or-
me.
Yeah, same.
I totally get it. Maybe you're just having a lot of freaking nerds going up to you, and you're
Yeah.
just like, just had to.
Plus, we were at a pretty stinky con.
that too.
Oh, did they smell? Which one was this
it was
one?
a Collecticon.
Collecticon
yeah,
down
I
in
remember.
Jersey.
We had a whole discussion about the smells.
The
Yeah,
on the
that's why
gate.
I was just like, you know what? I'll give you slack this one time. Next time I see you, I want to see that energy.
I'm not gonna lie. It also depends on the vibe of the con.
that too, but still, like even that, most of the time shouldn't really affect how they are.
That's not
Like,
true.
Unless it's like a very dead con.
Well, I think a good example is when I met Mark Hamill. He was so incredibly kind to me, but you could tell he did not like being at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that was
Mhm.
at the time, I had just started college. I didn't have a lot, but I was able to save up to get a photo op with Mark. And I had spent like months building the new Ray costume before it even came out. Like
Yeah.
I had bought like the Vanity Fair magazine. I was just using like reference
References.
images. And he was so excited. And actually, while we were in the booth, he was like, "Oh, I love your outfit, blah, 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 blah. How did you like A, B, and C? How did you do this?" And he was trying to hold the conversation.
Mhm.
And they were actually getting mad at him and saying, "Oh, you need to move it along." And he was like, "No, I'm going to finish my conversation."
Wait, you mean like his handlers?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Like that was I'll get to that when I talk about the big event real quick before we get into, our topic tonight. That was AJ Lee at the big event. AJ Lee had an insane line and she stayed way past when she was not supposed to be there anymore to finish and make sure she had every single one of those signatures, photos, everything until she stayed at minimum, I think, a half an hour, 45 minutes after she was supposed to leave.
Yeah.
I think I only remember one person that's been like that at cons or any meetups even.
Yeah. And
There's
who's
only one person that I've seen that was like that.
Who's that?
Jason.
Jason David Frank.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed for hours after Comic-Con.
I remember my first time meeting him.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the it was at a comic book shop in Jersey in Montclair. East Side Mags.
Okay.
I remember. That was my first time. It was like kind of like towards the tail end of COVID.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting him. I was like, oh my God. It was the first time meeting him in person. I always will remember and will cherish that.
Yeah.
That moment,
interaction?
That interaction. It was like, I also didn't want to take up too much of his time, but he was just like, oh, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
and we took a picture and everything with, obviously at the time because of COVID, like we still kept our distance because respect respectfully, because you know the whole
Yeah.
situation. But dude, like just interacting with him was awesome. Like, and he was there till like super late. And you know, I think it was supposed to end at like 4 or 3, and you stay there till like 6.
No, I get it. Like Matt Lillard will always do that. Skate Ulrich will always do that. David Arquette always does that. Like some folks just really feel very passionately that if they're going to go and have these experiences with fans, that they want to have those experiences.
Gina Davis. So Gina Davis at Rhode Island Comic Con, like because of the insanity that was happening with the government shutdown and the TSA and all that stuff, she did not make her flight on Friday. She was not able to get out to the con and missed everything on Friday that she was supposed to do. She not only stayed hours after she was supposed to leave, she turned around and changed her schedule so that she could also do Sunday to make up for missing Friday. So since Rhode Island Comic Con was not sold out, people were able to switch or grab a last second ticket and meet Gina Davis because Gina Davis went out of her way to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So amazing interaction. Loved the duck. I met several other people at the con. I met Mike O'Malley, who is a former host of Guts.
You see,
From
I know him
Nickelodeon.
as Bert Hummel from Glee.
Yes, but I know him as Mike O'Malley, the host of Guts.
So when you posted that photo, I was like, Bert Hummel?
yeah.
Like my brain, because like I was just past Guts age. Like
I
Guts was
wasn't.
on, but like it was all like reruns and it really wasn't like what I was watching at the time on Nickelodeon because I was
Yeah.
more involved with the
Of
cartoons.
course.
But for me, I was like, oh my God, it's Bert Hummel. Because like he was one of the first characters like on TV that was literally like his character was so influential in that show. Like he was the first like straight dad on like a TV show that I'd ever seen that was like, of course I accept that you're gay, son.
Yeah.
And like he just gives me the vibe that he's just as nice in person.
He is. When I asked him for an interview, he actually goes, better yet, I'm going to interview you.
That's so fun.
So you're actually going to be seeing that on all the Feinics Gate
I'm
socials.
so excited for that. I can't wait.
So you gotta follow us already, fuckers. So there's that. Then I also met like some of the cast from Grandma's Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that movie a couple times.
I met Rosario Dawson again.
Nando
absolute-
Squatch's
Nando Squatch's
crush.
Nando Squatch's free pass. That is not just his crush. That is his free motherfucking pass. Okay.
Valid.
Um,
Mine's Jason Segel.
I can see that. Oh
I
my,
have
you
a
have
big
a type.
crush
You have
on Jason Segel.
You need to. He's like fucking 6'4". Also Juliette Lewis. Got to meet Juliette Lewis.
Cool. Oh my God, yeah.
She was fucking great. She's like, oh, she's like, can I get to hold your lightsaber? I was like, fuck yeah, you do here. And then of course, the highlight of my trip, I got to see Carlos Alazraqui, Matt Hill again, and they remembered me from Tropicon.
Yes.
And also we got to meet the voice of Eddie himself.
Because he wasn't there the last time.
He was not, but now I'm hoping that they got him out. Start coming out more, boy. I'll give you jawbreakers. But that was Rhode Island Comic Con, and then yesterday at the big event, I got to meet a fuck ton of wrestlers that I have not met yet. A couple that I've met already. I posted some of them on the Feinics Gate because AJ Lee was one, Shotzi Blackheart was another. There are others that will be coming up on the gate, so this is why I need you to follow all those socials because there's also several interviews that I did with some amazing talent that are just going to, I think, change the face of how wrestling is going to be in the future. And with that, that is Jade's catch-up, wrap-up.
Also, just want to put a side note out there. I was very upset that I couldn't meet the Eds.
I know.
Because I was just like,
You
I
should've-
have the other 2 signatures, and I
Babe.
don't have him.
Babe, you should have came with me to Rhode Island.
I
It's fine. It's okay. There will be other cons. You being
I
the
hope
you
so.
are a permanent member of the Feinics Gate. You will be there. You will meet your people.
I want to meet Eddie.
You will.
We're manifesting it for you.
Manifestation station.
This is a manifestation station. I mean, hell, we've gotten so many opportunities just this year from manifestation stations. It's
true.
Hard work, perseverance, you'll meet those Eds.
That's true.
Yes.
The Feinics Gate's all about that life. But based on hard work and perseverance and just sheer determination, stubbornness, and in a lot of ways, misogyny and just all sorts of other fucking crap, we're going to be talking about the new Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein tonight. After you get a whole 35 minutes of us talking about our lives, introducing Crimson as a permanent member, having Rocky Balboa decide that he wants to be a member of this podcast too. He's so cute. Oh my God. As you can hear him going meh in the background, we're talking about this absolutely stunningly, the visuals on this movie had
Fucking
me gagging.
Fucking masterpiece. Like, I'll say it right now.
Beautiful.
I was very lucky that I got the opportunity to see it at the Alamo Drafthouse 2 weeks before it came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
And while I understand, I'm so happy that Netflix is actually like doing these film deals with Guillermo. We're getting a lot of the pieces of work that he's always wanted to do and he's never gotten to do, and they're really investing in him, which makes me really happy.
Does make us very happy.
However, I will say I do wish, and I'm hoping it'll go the way of K-pop Demon Hunters, where they see the success, so they'll also release it in theaters for some more extended runs.
I hope so.
Because honestly, I am so happy the first time I experienced that film was on a big screen. It was absolutely breathtaking. And as a huge fan of the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein, I was absolutely blown away by Guillermo's take on it. It was also the most accurate, I feel, to the ethos of Mary Shelley's original Frankenstein, as well as the storytelling.
I agree.
And honestly, I feel like Mary Shelley would have been so happy with how it was brought together. And Jacob Elordi, you're my new guy, fella. You're my new guy.
And the cats agree. The podcast kitties agree that you are absolutely correct on on like all of these points. Honestly, I'm very visual. I'm all about, while our Lavender is about the storytelling, I'm about the visuals. I'm about how it looks, because
I'm on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. The story, brilliant. Actually, the most accurate to the book I've ever seen done so far. That didn't put it into immediate Hollywood monster, but it also kept it still just enough that it wasn't just gothic romance.
Yeah, because that one thing I do like, and it was more on, I guess, the way it started for me. I actually do like, because they could have easily just like blew past a lot of like the technical stuff.
Yeah, they did. They could have.
They could have, but they didn't. Especially on like a biological level, like they started breaking down a lot of the stuff on there, especially with the whole nervous system. Like, I thought that was, like, me personally, as you know, kind of liking that type of stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of a nerd for that, you know.
Are you a nerd for anatomy?
A little bit. When I started looking at it, I'm just like, oh, like, dude, that's so freaking awesome.
That's so cool.
You just see like this. They actually brought out like the whole human nervous system just like on a board, which again, pretty, at least from what I've seen like in you know, museums, because obviously there's been museums and stuff. I don't remember the exact museum. Don't ask me. I don't remember.
The bodies exhibit?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But it could have been. I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, don't remember it. But
Out the window.
From what I was at least seeing, I was just like, it looks fairly accurate.
I love the fact
Just
that they
looking at
kept
it.
it also period accurate.
Yes.
Yes.
Where they literally went in and actually, it looks like Guillermo found those textbooks that are from that time period to show what they actually did know. Not what we know now, but what they were like what they would have known back then.
By both on scientific but medical
Yeah,
perspective too.
I agree.
because I could have sworn they were even talking about even certain sicknesses and stuff like that.
Like the
around
humors
that
of
time.
the
Syphilis.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like, oh, my like, I think I keep forgetting what the other actor's name was. It was the one that he was funding pretty much Dr.
Oh,
Frankenstein's.
I know who you mean.
I don't
Christopher Waltz.
remember.
Christopher Waltz.
Yes, and you know how he was portraying as like this guy who was sick. I think it was syphilis that he had, right?
Syphilis.
Yes,
Yeah.
syphilis.
And he was just like decomposing pretty much at that point.
Well,
Like,
that's what happens with syphilis.
yeah, like,
A
but I'm
lot of
saying
people
like
don't
I'm
realize
saying like
that.
at the point where like literally, you know, and I'm just saying this because I've seen some pretty messed up stuff. Um, you know, not trying to spoil it without spoiling it, but there was a scene where he got hurt beyond the point of, you know, living. And he just kind of just turned to mush. Like that's how like
That's
so
actually how it would happen if
exactly
it actually
because
dropped.
it was just eating away his bones, his everything. So it's just like everything was just like a paste at that point.
Yes and no. That is, as a paramedic
Yeah.
who has actually seen people fall from the height that is depicted in this movie, that is actually how the human body will react.
But I'm saying like
Not just because
not
of the
even just that,
syphilis.
not even just that too, but when he picked them up, it just felt very like it's like what's the word I can it's like he was literally just falling apart.
Yes, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
The actual concussive force will cause the inside of your body to liquefy.
Yeah. But
It's
I'm pretty sure
beautifully
the syphilis,
done.
I'm pretty sure the syphilis didn't help either.
no,
No.
it definitely
I'm pretty
didn't.
sure it makes it worse.
I don't disagree with you. I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Oh
that
no. I'm not saying you
Guillermo
are.
went
Yeah.
out of his way as also a master of horror. Because, like, remember, we're talking about a horror film based on a gothic horror romance book.
Yeah.
The first modern science fiction.
Right.
More
Yeah.
accurately, like a gothic science fiction.
Agreed. And you're literally now taking that beautiful fucking work and you're turning it into a movie that is scratching many itches at once. You have your sci-fi, you have your gothic, you have your horror, you have your psychological fucking shit. Because that movie, like, I'm not trying to put out too many spoilers here, and Lavender, you can agree with me. The fact that it's also given from both perspectives,
Yes.
as was also done in the novel itself, which most movies ignore.
Yeah, most of them completely ignore the dual narration, and that's the whole point. Is you're supposed to see it both from Victor's perspective and the creatures, and you're supposed to see the biases within both, within the novel, that is. But I was even saying this, like, when I saw it, like, there were obviously some changes from the text. But what I thought was interesting about the changes made to the text is technically due to the dual narration nature, you could have assumed that the changes that were made from the text, you could be like, oh, well, because we heard it from Victor's perspective, that's not what happened. Or because we heard it from the creature's perspective, it might have been different.
Yeah.
So I think that was like a smart way to go about it, because then they were able to still tell the entire story, make changes, but I felt like they felt more seamless
Yeah.
than like when you watch a movie and you're like, oh my God, like as much as I love the original Boris Karloff, you turn that on, that's not Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's
No.
the furthest thing from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
But one thing I do want to mention though, and just kind of continue from what I was saying from before, also the cosmetic like side of things too, very well done.
Oh, yes.
Because if you also look at it too, because a lot of the times when it comes to these types of movies,
I know.
they'll leave like, oh, like, you know, if the creature or monster or whatever person,
Bolts in the fucking neck.
or not even just that, that's cliche, but
Staples in the face.
that was actually the part I was going to touch on. Like in terms of like, like for some movies, they won't even show like after like that type of like, you know, bringing about of the creature. They'll be like, oh, you know, he still has the stitches, or he'll still have like, you know, some parts. But in this case with the movie, it shows that those, you know, those stitches and those scars and everything start to heal. Still there, you can see them, but you can tell there's been healing done so far. So from like a visual standpoint, it shows some progression in that sense,
In a
Yeah.
which I
way.
actually do like visually.
Like, I think a lot of that was done because they were coming from the perspective that the creature is alive.
Yeah.
So even though he's made of an amalgamation, as he says, of a charnel house, he is fully alive and fully an actual sentient being. And that's, I feel like it was also used very symbolically by Guillermo
Mhm.
because a lot of the storytelling talks about, and Guillermo even said this in an interview, I thought it was really well done. He goes, yeah, there are some points of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein that I didn't lean on as heavily. Like he said, he leaned less on the horror of man creating life. And instead, he focused more on parents' failings to children.
Yeah.
He cared more about the familial aspect, which is also in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And that's something I really like about Guillermo is he's like, yeah, like I adapted this for what I thought the magnum opus of putting this together for me was. The things that meant a lot to me in the story to me.
Right.
And I think that's what's so interesting about all of Guillermo's work. And I think that was a big symbolism there was, yes, the creature's scars start to heal because the creature is alive and he is a person.
Yeah.
Even if he's made from a bunch of dead people.
Yeah.
He was brought into life. He was created. So like anything that lives, because in this case, the creature cannot die.
No.
Mhm.
Anything that lives, it'll slowly heal itself. And by the end, it's shown very symbolically in how the creature leaves his final interaction with Victor.
Yeah. Like, again, no spoilers
Yes.
because we want you to actually watch
Yes,
this movie.
please. Please, because it's like my hyperfixation station right now. I need everyone to watch it.
It's true. We finally were able to root out K-pop demon hunters from Lavender's hyperfixation item slot. Okay.
And just fill it in with something else.
It is now filled in with Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Can we talk about though the costuming
Oh my goodness.
was so fucking like again A plus on this visual fucking feast for the eyes. Like Mia Goth's dresses in this are so just
Incredible.
over the top and they're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. On top of that, like you see, I love the fact that they make her deliberately stand out in her dresses, even amongst the scenes where they are out and about in public, where her and Victor are out and about doing whatever it is that they do. She still stands out. The same way that they have Victor with the red gloves, constantly with the red gloves on his hands,
The blood on
symbolizing
his
the
hands.
blood on his hands that he does from all the experimentation and the dissections and all the fucking craziness that he does with it's so fucking illegal. Like in so many ways.
Oh yeah.
Also, can we talk about the fact that the camera work shows just how quickly he descends into actual fucking madness for a little while? Just based on, and it's not even just the lighting and the scenery that we get. I mean, I'm talking the actual angles of this. And what I love the most about it is, yes, Guillermo does admit that he does use AI in the movie.
No, he does not use AI.
He did.
He used SFX. He did not use AI.
He did.
No, he did
He
not.
said it in a recent interview.
No, he said fuck AI. He would never use AI. He doesn't use AI in any of his work.
He-
All of the sets were created by craftsmen.
He literally also said that he does take advantage of the fact that we can do certain things with computers that we can't do now.
I have never seen this interview.
It was one I saw it on a TikTok reel.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
accurate
don't know.
that is.
Okay, let me correct myself.
It could be. So let me say this, and I'm looking at this from both perspectives right now because I haven't looked at it. I'm pretty sure to simplify the post processing of certain things, I can see him possibly utilizing that, possibly, but that's not for a full like I'm using AI for the whole scene.
No.
type of thing.
He said, I'm trying to quote this thing directly, but again, smooth brain.
Yeah,
Trying to eat soup with a fork.
yeah,
And it is, he did say that with the advancement of AI, he still tries to keep the movie as pure as humanly possible while getting the visuals that he wants, but he does still rely on computers. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's
no, he's
generative AI. You still can use AI to create creatures, though, and he did.
No, that was all makeup.
No. I'm talking about some of the scenes where we had woodland animals was computer generated.
I mean, but that's also stuff that you can
Not
just use.
creature feature puppets. These were computer generated, like the rats were computer generated.
Oh no, but that was SFX. That wasn't AI. So he actually had like actual animators working on everything.
Okay, then I stand corrected. I'm just saying I did see something. I'm gonna have to find that reel now because he did say that.
We'll have to dig in a little bit.
I'm gonna have to. I'm not sitting here debating that he refuses to use it. I'm sitting here saying that in this day and age, you can't get away from it. There are going to be, even using SFX, it uses a type of technology that does base in AI.
This is what my point of view is on that, because I'm a very big stickler for AI and stuff, and I fucking hate artists that say I'm not trying to get this into a whole rant on this because then we'll be here all day. But using AI as a means to help or kind of assist in certain things is fine. Using it for all the work, or shit. And then trying to take credit is just like, oh yeah, I did all this work. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's where I stand on that.
I'm not sitting here saying, do not.
Oh, no, of
don't
course.
misquote me.
No,
I'm just
no one
saying
is.
that unfortunately, and as someone that does use SFX, someone that does use certain things,
Oh yeah.
you can't get away from AI now.
Oh no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to use it to assist in doing certain tasks.
Like it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
It's not supposed to do it for you.
It's not supposed to do everything, because at that point, it's just like you're trying to take credit for what something did.
Either way, the set building on this, the lighting, we went way off topic on that one.
Yeah.
The set building on this, the lighting, the costuming, the fact that Mia Goth's wardrobe literally makes her stand out as like the shining beacon, because she played two characters.
Yes, she also played Victor's mother.
Yes, and they made her stand out as I love the fact that they were able to have even the extras still be extravagant enough in their costumes, in the way that they look, in the way that they're moving, but also at the same time still be exactly what they are, which is background, which is scenery, which is, but again, seamless. It was seamless. And I love the fact that as you're watching Victor's decline and the monsters, the creatures rise, I guess you'll call it, as he becomes a person, the scenes, the lighting, the visuals drastically change. It's also based on who's the one narrating.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
The same thing is in the novel.
And I love that, because when you're listening to Victor, and that's where I'm saying you get the stunning visuals where Mia Goth is standing out, her character Elizabeth is standing out, where you see that his brother Felix stands out, but everybody else dark, drab, barely even making barely even in the visual, but they're there.
Yeah.
It just shows he has a very secular, singular view, like very bottlenecked, very, very binocular vision. And then when you become the creature and you're listening to his point of view, all of a sudden you have a 180, 360 style of visuals. And I think that's, it's so good. Somebody stop me. Somebody stop me. It's great. It's great. Please.
It's fantastic, because you also have like the creature's difference in how he interacts with anything and everything around him.
Perspectives are definitely different.
Exactly.
I love it.
That's for sure.
And I think like one of the greatest pieces is his relationship with the blind man. Like that is one of the most important relationships for the creature in the book.
Yes.
So it was
that and the little girl.
And the little girl. So it was really great to see that.
David Bradley is the blind man.
I know.
And we know him from so much shit, but also like one of the big things with David Bradley is he was in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
And he is the reason why we had the Red Wedding.
Yes.
So Walder Frey becoming this beautiful antagonist for the creature. And still even revealing that he's still a piece of shit. Right? He still reveals in the movie he's a piece of shit. But that's why he tries to be nice. And that's why it just goes to show you that it all becomes a matter of
choice.
In a matter of perspective, because you have someone like the creature who becomes a spirit of the forest.
Could have became a dick.
Because all he wanted to do was to help this family solely because he was watching this family interact as a family. And that's all he ever wanted. All he ever wanted was that love and care from his own father.
Yep.
And for him, he was like, well, I'm going to do anything to protect this family. And
Take that, depression!
even when it doesn't go his way in the end, when the family returns, because he decides essentially, because it's in the book as well, that he's going to take care of the blind man.
Yep.
And that he's going to make sure that he's okay through the winter.
Yep.
And even in these moments of rage, you even see this restraint in the creature.
Yep.
And I think that's what makes the visuals so beautifully striking.
Mhm.
Personally, like one of my favorite visual pieces is actually Mia Goth's wedding dress. Because they specifically styled it to look like the Bride of Frankenstein. It was supposed to be a callback to that film. So if you look very closely,
Yep.
she's all like her sleeves are made to look like bandages, and they're supposed to lie down like bandages.
I
and
noticed that too when I saw that. I was just like,
No, it's absolutely fantastic.
It's beautiful. And like Jacob Elordi, like they put him in that makeup. Like he actually said it took like 10 plus hours when they did the full body. And then just like when he was actually like in the costume. So obviously like his chest, they wouldn't do the full chest. That still took like 7 to 8 hours.
I believe it.
And he actually, it's really fun. Netflix has been releasing it. He's a big photographer. That he documented the entire filming process with his camera. So
love
there's
that.
all these like wonderful photos of him like getting into makeup and him cuddling his dog like dressed as the creature. And also Jacob Elordi, I'm so happy that you also love the live action Scooby-Doo and that you love Spooky Island. You and me should talk.
I mean, why not?
I love him. I just feel like he's really proven just how absolutely wonderful he is as a performer. And I'm so excited to see what other projects he's going to do, especially after this.
Agreed. And I'm telling you straight up right now, if this movie doesn't get some kind of an Academy Award for the way that the visuals, the way that the soundtrack, can we talk about the soundtrack, please?
Oh, so good.
What the fuck? Like, bruh, this is I'm very hesitant to call something a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece.
Like, that's why I'm kind of like, I wish everyone gets to see it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because seeing it in a theater with that surround sound, with the lights down, and just really getting to immerse yourself. And I'm not saying you can't also do that at home, right? But I think there was something just really special with the grandioseness of it all to just see it in a packed movie theater.
Now, my question to you, Noose, you are not this kind of genre person.
I wouldn't say that kind of genre person. I would say I have my critique.
I would love to hear them.
So when it comes to certain films, actually, I shouldn't even just say that. When it comes to films in general, if there's not some form of what's the word, like attention grabber,
Action.
not even just action. It could just be something just like
That makes you lock
like
in.
a thing in the moment that just like makes you lock in. And just like, you know,
Okay.
and then you're paying attention to it. And it's just like, oh, well, okay. Like even it could even just be an argument that two individuals are having, and it like escalates. Like that's something different. There was certain parts for me, and again, this is my own personal opinion. It's not like, oh, this is how it. No, this is what I think it is for me. For me, I have an issue with things dragging on
That's
in
fair.
terms of conversations. Like it could be something that's it could be a bit relevant. Is it super important? It depends on the person. Varies person to person, right? For me, there was a good amount of scenes where I feel like you guys could have, brushed past that just a little bit faster. Just a little bit.
fair,
Just
yeah.
a little bit. Just a little bit. Because there were a lot of parts that I'm not even going to lie. I was watching. It is a long film for those who don't already know.
Almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. So just for people who aren't aware, it is a 3-hour film. So have some snacks, buckle down. It's going to be a 3-hour film. for people that are willing to, maintain that sort of attention, it's like, okay, cool. For others that are just like, it's cool, but I'm just like, it's like, come on, guys, let's try to speed past this just a little bit.
That's totally fair. It's a style thing.
Yeah, but it's a slow burner. Let's just say there are certain scenes, and I would say throughout the film, they're a slow burn, so it's going to build up. I'm not saying you're not going to get what you want by the end of it, but it is going to be a slow burn. So, for people who are looking into watching the film and stuff, definitely keep that in mind. But just because it's a slow burner doesn't mean it's a bad film.
No.
At all.
No,
not at all. It's, some people actually like that because it helps build the scene, helps build the setting a little bit. For some people, they might think it's a little bit too long. Other people might be just about right. Just varies person to person. As you're going into this film,
It's a Goldilocks thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep that in mind so you guys are aware. For those who are actually gonna go watch it, that's not me saying that it's a bad film for me. I'm just saying, there's certain things, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Could have been rushed or not rushed, but speed it up a little bit.
I get it.
Sped
It's-
along.
It's
Yeah.
like part of like, and I think that like also goes into like your preference, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
because that's part of Gothic storytelling, like period, is
Mhm.
like Gothic literature is very much based around this. So a great example is if you've seen The Haunting of Bly Manor by Mike Flanagan.
We're actually watching.
You're watching it right
that.
now? So I'm not going to
Yes.
give any spoilers, but what I love about it and why I actually prefer it to Hill House is solely because he gives visual to Gothic storytelling very well. And I
Yeah.
think Guillermo did the same thing. Because you'll notice there's scenes of like repetitiveness,
Yes.
repetition.
Yes.
Yep.
Like it's all done to build to a specific point and style. So, you know what? A more common example is when Frodo and Sam are climbing up Mount Doom.
Yes.
And some people, like for example, my mom loves those movies, but she always says to me, "Oh my God, I hate this scene." She's like, "I hate watching them just climb this mountain for like 30 minutes. It bores me." Meanwhile, I'm like, "Oh, it's showing their tension and their stamina, and it's building our, as the audience, it's building our like resolve about how we feel about what's going to happen." And so it really differs from person to person. I feel like you either really love that
Mhm.
type of storytelling, literarily or like visually, or it can sometimes be a little difficult to sit through.
So one thing, and I know this isn't directly film per se.
Mhm.
This is an anime-based thing, which for those who don't know, it's actually, I will say, if you have the patience for it, from what I hear, it's a good anime. Monster.
I
don't know if you're-
love Monster.
Okay.
Are you really shocked about that one?
Not really. That's why I was just like, just in case I throw it out there. You
you
know,
guys-
you know how much of a slow burn
Yeah,
that
You
one
guys-
is.
guys
I
haven't
do.
noticed of the Phoenix Gate, our Lavender enjoys the slow fire,
Yes.
where
do.
our Noose kind of enjoys a faster one.
Slightly
Not
faster. Not-
Slightly faster, but still not anywhere near as slow as her.
No, because I will say this: the reason why I bring up Monster and Lavender, you can agree with me on
I can
this.
fully agree with you. Yeah.
It's a very slow burn.
Yes.
Like it's such a slow burn. It for me, it got to the point where I was just like, yo, I can't do this. I
Valid,
can't.
though.
I actually had to stop like a quarter away through the end. I'm like, dude, like, come on, man.
I need something.
It's true.
Give me something like to keep my attention going on this. And it's just
See,
like,
And here's the problem with Jade's attention span. I sometimes like that instant flash fire of a movie. I sometimes do enjoy the very slow boil, style of a movie where everything once it hits, it's like kind of a visual like stuff. Or I don't want any of it at all, and I just want something that's familiar.
Fair. Very, very fair.
This, believe it or not, kind of scratched all of those itches for me
Mhm.
at once. I was able to, with the scenes that started just really fucking going through 0 to 360, I was like, yes, instant flash fire, loving this. Then there was that slow boil that like, okay.
mhm.
Okay. And there's also the familiar for me because Frankenstein is familiar franchise for me.
Yeah.
I mean, at this
And
point,
Guillermo del Toro is a familiar creator for me as well. So it hit all the boxes for me.
Yes, I know, Eclipse. It hit the boxes for you too, podcast kitty.
He actually stayed up all night watching it with me.
That brings me so much joy.
He did. My companion for watching this movie on Netflix last night was Eclipse.
I love this for Eclipse. I think this is the perfect way for him to tell his own tale.
It's true.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
He did. He did.
But, I think another thing that was really well done with a lot of the storytelling was also how he very subtly dug into a lot of the character dynamics without needing to say anything at all.
I love that.
Like what? So this is really funny. I went to go see Frankenstein with my boyfriend at the Alamo Draft House, and I kept saying, "Was he drinking milk that whole time?" Like, I swear to God, he was drinking milk.
He
And
was.
my boyfriend was like, "I don't think so." I'm like, "No, I'm like pretty certain he was drinking milk." And we Googled it. Obviously, it came out 2 weeks early, so like Guillermo didn't say anything. No one was saying anything about the milk. So then finally, when we were at dinner, they finally released a video from Guillermo talking about the milk, and I sent it to my boyfriend, and it was like, "Milk confirmed." Like, because that was the whole thing, because you're supposed to see the Oedipal complex of Victor as a character. I
Yep.
mean, that's why Mia Goth also plays his mother,
Yep.
as well as the woman that he believes he loves. And that's the whole thing about Victor, right? Because he's also obsessed with the idea of the female anatomy, not because he's a feminist, but because he's a severe misogynist and he wants to bypass the female ability to create life. He wants to be the one to hold life within his hands because he feels it's something that he does not possess, and he's jealous of it.
Very much so.
And it's very apparent in all of the visuals when you're seeing, like when he's looking at, it's actually a true old school surgical doll they used to use in
Yep.
the 18th century, where he's playing with the surgical doll and he's putting it back together as a child, and he still has a version of it as an adult while he's going through the humors and trying to figure out where all of the places are going to lie within creating his creature.
Yep.
yeah.
Again, the attention to detail.
And there is, of course, the main plot that the creature does not want to be alone, and the creature is saying, "I need a companion." The first thing he says is, "What happens then? You procreate?"
Yeah.
So
Reproduction.
reproduction, like that is what he's not only envious of it, but almost just absolutely disgusted by it. And he's disgusted
I mean, he is the eternal virgin.
that that women have it and he does not.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting play on the character, and everything in his visuals kind of shows this depression of his character. And I was very excited to be able to send that reel from Instagram and be like, "Look, milk, I was right the entire time."
And then on top of everything else, can we just talk about the fact that, like, at the end, he even sits there and says, like, "I created life and now I'm bored."
Exactly. That's the whole thing. Like, I will say I liked that change from the text, because in the text, it's literally there's no real, everything that happens between Victor and the creature is very different in the text. So in the text, he literally just like gets scared of his own creation and runs away.
Yeah.
Which is why when Guillermo has been talking about the movie, he's been like, well, for me, the focus was more on the abuse of our parental figures. It was more about how we raise people, how we nurture people, which is also a question and a really real moral quandary in the text. But you don't have all those scenes of the creature saying, "Victor, Victor." Like, that's not part of it at all. That was all inferred by Guillermo from his reading of the text. So I really liked that change, because I think it really showed more of the arrogance of Victor. And it showed that he was just pursuing something to be able to say that he did it, and because it wasn't learning fast enough, and Victor views himself as perfect, and he's like, well, my creature is not perfect because it's not automatically smart and it's not automatically intelligent. And for him to just be like, well, I'm going to assume it to be evil because it's stupid.
Right. But in actuality, it wasn't stupid at all.
Exactly.
No.
And that's what was so great about that change in the film, and I think worked really well cinematically for the story that Guillermo was telling through his adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, too, he probably was. Obviously, he wasn't like, he didn't just take his first breath and he was like Einstein.
Yeah, right.
Like, he
that's what
learned
Victor
really
wanted.
fucking fast.
Like a child does in actuality,
Exactly.
as the podcast kitties have decided that, they need to also put in their
2 cents.
I mean, honestly, they could be Victor Frankenstein and the creature.
They could. And I think that's what I thought was so great about the escape scene is you see just how intelligent the creature is, because the entire time he was, like admonishing the creature for playing with the water and putting the leaves in the water and basically like, oh, you're so stupid. You don't understand. He was discovering that the well went out of the tower.
Yep.
So, and that's how he escaped.
I love that.
All of it was very, very, very intentional.
If
Everything.
anything, Victor was really stupid
Exactly.
for underestimating the creature.
Exactly. And that's exactly what the text is telling us in Mary Shelley's original and exactly what Guillermo is telling us in his film.
So we got to wrap for this as much as I don't want to.
Yes.
Rating. Let's start with you, Crimson, since you are the newest member. What would you rate this movie on a scale of 0 phoenixes to 10 phoenixes?
I would say based on accuracy and obviously like we were talking about in terms of my God, trying to process and think for words. I guess improvising on certain aspects too, where obviously in the book it didn't really state it that way. But it fits very well with the movie. And then obviously pacing and stuff like that. In my case, for me, I would probably give it like 8.5.
Wow. Even
8.5.
even with all that.
The pacing, it was the part for me because again, accuracy is great, visuals were great. I didn't really have anything else really bad to say besides just the certain like
The dialogue.
not really dialogue, but it's just like the slow burn on certain parts. Like it's just, I felt like it was dragging on just a little bit more than it should. So for me, that's why I'm just like, that's where most of that deduction is coming from. Is that like for me? But again, could be different for each person. That all varies. But for me, that's where I was kind of like a little bit more than I would like. But yeah.
Lav,
I would give it a 10 out of 10.
of course.
But that's
Yeah.
just because like I loved it. I loved it so much. I cried. I was caught crying at the Alamo Draft House. But I just absolutely loved it. I think it was brilliant. Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors of all time. Like Shape of Water is one of my favorite movies like ever made. I just absolutely loved everything about it. He really, I
Pan's
think,
Labyrinth.
I love Pan's Labyrinth. I think Devil's Backbone. I think he just finally really brought the highest justice to Shelley's work that we've seen in such a long, long time. And as someone who's a huge fan of Gothic literature and a huge like admirer of Mary Shelley, I was just absolutely in love with it. And it is going to be my new hyperfixation for like the longest time. And
Until we get something else.
Jacob Elordi, thank you for just being absolutely wonderful. And I really am so excited to see what else he does because when they originally were like, oh, they're replacing Andrew Garfield, I was like, oh, the guy from Euphoria? Like, But Jacob Elordi, you have quickly become one of my favorite new rising stars. And I'm so happy you're finally getting these roles because you deserve them.
Cool. All right. For me, as much as I do love this movie, as much as I agree with both of you on both your points in multiple ways, this movie is going to get a 9 phoenixes out of 10 for me. And I will explain why. The length, I had some trouble with. Listen, I love a good 3-hour movie. Do not get me wrong. But to agree with Crimson on the slow burn aspect, that is why I kind of was like, eh. So that deducted half a point for me. The other half a point, I fucking hate Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah, I know that.
I hate him. I don't care how great of an actor he is, because he is. Fuck him as a human being. He is one of the only people that I've ever had a horrible interaction with. So, and this is twice. So it wasn't just the one time, it was twice that I've had a horrible interaction with him. So I'm also, but the saving grace of this movie, the fact that it, even though it was Oscar Isaac's, the saving grace of this movie is the fact that I was able to actually see him as Victor Frankenstein and not as Oscar Isaac's playing Victor Frankenstein. So that is why it stayed at the 9. For me. Other than that, this movie is literally one of the most perfect movies I've seen in every way in a very, very long time. So for me, highly recommend. Fuck Oscar Isaacs and maybe a little bit shorter.
Maybe a little bit shorter.
Maybe a little bit shorter for my ADHD brain.
Valid.
Okay. But yeah, I can't wait to see what Guillermo does next.
Everyone's saying Phantom. Give this man Phantom. Give this man the picture of Dorian Gray.
Oh, yes,
Literally
yes,
give him
please.
every single Gothic era novel and just let him do his thing. Let him
Please.
cook, okay? Because
the meal is delicious.
The meal is so fucking good.
And it's filling. It's filling.
It holds me the fuck
Yeah.
together.
Ugh, it's so good.
This is going to be a winter comfort movie for me. I already feel it.
Hey, yo! But on that note, everybody, we are going to get going.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us once again on the Feinics Gate. If you are not following us on all the socials, why are you not following us on all the socials? You should be by now. You should be by now. If you cannot hear, Eclipse is also saying farewell in the background.
He's
And
saying,
on-
please
live. And on that note, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.